What's going on? What's going on, good people? How y'all feeling today? How y'all feeling today? I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody is doing well. As for myself, I'm doing great. I woke up this morning. God is good all the time. All the time. Hey Terry, how you feeling, Terry? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Before we go into some things, y'all, because we're gonna go into some things today. Listen, like, share, subscribe. Make sure your notification bell is on so every time I go live, you will get notified. Subscribe to the channel called Lisa's Kitchen Table Talk because we are getting ready to do some things over there. I'm working hard behind the scenes, but I'm just one person, y'all. But I'm gonna get it together. Um, what else? What else? What else? Uh, I was trying to think what else. I think that's it. I think that's it. Um, If ain't nobody tell y'all today, I love y'all. If nobody has told y'all today that, you know, that you are loved, God love you and I love you too. Okay? So I wanted to say that. Listen, it's a lot going on in the world. We all know that, right? But listen, I done read quite a few articles where uh where some black men have killed their children's mother. Uh, I was in here today. I ran across a lot of them. It really disturbed me. It was really disturbing. But I ran across a lot, quite a few of situations where the father killed the children's mom. Now, I don't know what's going on. It could have been that they had mental illness, or maybe they got mad because the woman didn't want him no more, or whatever. I don't know what the case is. But my thing is, I don't care what's going on, unless it's somebody who has a mental breakdown or something. I just can't think of something that would make you want to kill your children's mother. Like I'm lost for words with that. I really am. That's why I say get therapy, get therapy, people, because you know, I don't understand that. I'm seeing more and more and more articles and stuff of men killing their children's mother. Okay, it's very disturbing to me. Very disturbing. Women, start protecting yourself. Start looking out for yourself and protecting yourself. Please. Okay? Be careful who you're attaching yourself with. We talked about red flags on here too. Be careful who you attaching yourself to. Even if you got children by them, sometimes you're better off backing up out the relationship. Even though you got a child by them, sometimes you're better off backing up out the relationship. Pay attention to what's going on, ladies. Pay attention to the red flags, because stuff be happening, right? Stuff be happening before it get to that point. Something has happened. Something has happened or went on before you even get to that point of him trying to kill you or him killing you. Pay attention, ladies. Pay attention. We slipping. And because we slipping, we paying for it. We paying for it. I love men and women, but at this point, the men is killing the women. your own research. It's quite a bit of articles that's out here of men killing women. Most of them are their children's father. That lets you know, y'all, we're in the time. You hear what I say? Because it's too much. It's too much going on. It really is. That's very disturbing to me. Ladies, be careful. Be very careful. I understand you don't want to be by yourself. You want to date this, that, and the other. Be careful. Pay attention. Be aware. Because a lot of times, before it even get to that point, some things are going on. He may be acting funny, or his attitude, something. It's some red flags. But sometimes we so caught up and we so in love, right, that we miss it. We miss them. And then as a result, now some of these ladies are, gone on. It's sad. It's very sad and it's heartbreaking. It really is. It really is. I didn't come on here to talk about that, but I seen so many articles, right, of men killing their children's moms. I'm like, wow, are you serious? I just, mm, mm, mm. And gentlemen, if you know you got something going on with you, go get therapy, man. Go get therapy. Like, don't pick up no gun and to kill your children, mother. Go get therapy. And I got one more thing I want to say. Ladies, wake up and recognize when a man is really not trying to be with you. Because some men don't really want to be with you, but they don't know how to tell you, right? For whatever the reason, they don't know how to tell you. And some of them feel like they're back up against the wall and they end up, killing you. Some ladies, come on. You know when a man don't want you. You know when a man don't want you. Pay attention, ladies, to these red flags. They are there. But a lot of you are not paying attention. But they there. They there. It's a lot of them. Y'all go run it. Run it on Google. Of the men that's done killed their children's mother. They'll come up. It's quite a bit of them. And you know what? Most of them are black men killing their children's mother. Most of them were black. Right? That's very disturbing and heartbreaking. It really is. Um, it's a lot going on. I'm not gonna really go. I just wanted to touch on that a little bit. I'm not gonna really go deep into the story. It's a lot to be said. All I'm gonna do though is ask you, women, ladies, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. You're sleeping. Wake up. The red flags be there. You're just not acknowledging it. Please, please, ladies, wake up. Wake up. Please wake up and pay attention to what's going on. Well, let's go ahead into the story, the things that I was going to talk about today. I'm going to try to do an hour with y'all and shut it down. I got a lot of stuff to do, a lot of stuff I'm trying to do rather. And I wanted to speak on something. Now, some of y'all are not addicts, okay? Some of y'all are not addicts. But let me explain something to you about recovery addiction. Let me explain something to you. In a lot of ways, addiction, you may not have an addiction with drugs, but some of you may have an addiction to something else. Okay? Addiction is just that addiction. Okay? It's not always drugs. It may be something else that you may be addicted to. Food, sex, uh, what else? What else? Weed, right? And and so sometimes people want to tune out because you're talking about addiction. So some people want to tune out because they feel like, oh, it ain't got nothing to do with me. I ain't no junkie. That's how some people, think, and that's how some people talk. But it has nothing to do with that. Addiction is just that, an addiction. Whether it's drugs, whether it's food, whether it's sex, it's an addiction. Okay? Some and it is what it is. But some things you need to compare in instead of comparing out. See, a lot of times when we compare out, we don't see how it relates to us if we're comparing out. Okay, just like I'm gonna use something else, like people that smoke weed, smoke blunts, right? Okay, but the man out on the street corner, he shoot dope, or he sniff dope, or he smoke crack, right? Excuse me. Let me tell you something. How hard is it for you to put that blunt down and not touch it no more? I've talked to people who have wanted to stop smoking the blunts, and it wasn't easy. It was not easy because first of all, a cigar. Do you inhale a cigar? Just think about that. Do you inhale a? Do you supposed to inhale a cigar? But they take the cigar paper and they put weed in it and fix it up so they can smoke it, right? But are you supposed to inhale a cigar? Tari said, Miss Lisa, we all need to know the difference between a relationship and a benefit ship. A relationship is by choice, a benefit ship is by need. Never enter into a ship and not know where it is sailing to. By That's true. That is so true, Tari. That's true. But you know what? A lot of times, let me say something. A lot of times, you're right. But remember, we was talking about honesty. Some people not honest. A lot of people are not honest. They go into the relationship and they act like they want to be there, but they really don't. It's a benefit ship, like you said. But they don't say that. You see what I'm saying? They don't open up and say, I'm not really looking for a relationship. I'm just looking for something that's going to benefit me for right now. You see what I'm saying? They don't say that. They go in it like they want to be there, like they really want a relationship. But at the end of the day, that's not really what they want. And then what happens? They get into it, they make a baby. The baby comes. Soon, not long after they get into it, the baby comes. And then you all messed up and you're angry and stuff because that's not what you intended. That's not what you really wanted. But that's not what you said when you went into it. You didn't tell her Look, I ain't looking for no relationship, but I just want something right now. I just want somebody for right now that I can lay up with and talk to, and kick it with a little bit. But I ain't really looking for no relationship. And that's where the problem coming at, because a lot of people are not being honest about what they really want. And they go into it and they know that's not what they want, but they don't want to say it. So what they keep doing? Keep hanging around because it benefits them. It's benefiting. Like you say, it's a benefit ship. So it's benefiting to them. So they keep hanging around. Then the baby comes. Oh, and now they pissed now for real. Because they was there and their intentions was not to have a relationship and have a baby and all that. That wasn't the intention. Oh no. And now they want out. And they really mad now. They really mad because now they want out. Because this is not what they signed up for. This is not what they wanted. But they didn't open their mouth and be honest about it. They weren't honest about it. So that's not her fault. She went along with it because she thought he wanted the relationship. And this happens a lot. I see this a lot, where some men get into the relationship with these women. They really don't want a relationship, but they don't say that they don't want a relationship. Then when the baby comes, now they want to back out. Now they want to run off. Now she pregnant. It's not fair. Be honest about what you want to do and what you want. If you don't want a relationship, like I say all the time, strap up, put something on it. If the woman is not responsible enough to do what she knows she's supposed to do, then the man needs to be responsible enough that when something get ready to go down, he say, wait a minute, hold on. Let me get a condom. Let me get my condom. Yeah. Somebody got to be responsible. Because when them babies come into the world, them babies is dependent on the people who made them. Because they don't have no choice. You know what I mean? By having your basics together, you have a life preserver just in case the ship starts sinking. Yeah, I can understand that, but I still say being honest about what you want and what you don't want. That's where it starts at. You see what I'm saying? If you don't want a relationship, say that. No matter how it may make a person feel, be honest. Because then when you get into it and you end up getting that person pregnant and all that, and that's not what you really want, but you didn't say that. You went in it as if you wanted a relationship with this woman. But now that you're in it and she done got pregnant and all that, now you upset, you're mad because that's not what you wanted. That's why I say it's important to be honest. Men and women need to be honest with each other. Because a lot of them jump into stuff and it's not what they want. It's not what they want. You know what I mean? But they jump into it anyway. And then when the baby comes, when the woman get pregnant, now they want to run off. Now they're angry and they mad and they want to run off. And some of them do what some of these men are doing. And that's, hurting these women. And that's not proving anything. That's not going to do nothing. You're going to jail for the rest of your life. What's that? What is that proving? and you left your child without a mother. You're going to jail for the rest of your life. And now the mother is left out here. I mean, the child is left out here without a mother. So what is the point? I don't understand the point. Except for a lot of times people are not able to be honest. And they feel like they trapped. They feel like they trapped. And so they get mad. They get angry. And so they act out. Their way of acting out is doing what, hurting the woman. Ending the woman's life. So I don't know. I just don't, all I can say, I be honest. Just be open and honest. If you know what you want and what you don't want, put it out on the table. Put it out on the table. No matter who it may hurt, if that's not what you want, you let people know that's not what I want. I don't want a relationship, You just have to be honest about what you're doing. But for some reason, a lot of people can't do that. What I was saying, y'all. Oh, okay. And so I was talking about the difference. Comparing yourself in instead of comparing yourself out. Some people have a tendency of doing that. When it comes to certain situations and scenarios, they want to compare themselves out instead of comparing themselves in. Because in a lot of ways, we can relate to certain things, but you have to compare in instead of comparing out. You know what I'm saying? And like when it comes to addiction, a lot of people want to compare out because maybe they didn't use heroin, maybe they didn't use crack. You know what I'm saying? So automatically they want to compare out, but addiction is an addiction, period. Okay, whether it's food or drugs or whatever, an addiction is an addiction. And I was talking about the blunts, right? How people smoke blunts and they make a decision they want to stop. Well, I've seen many of people that put the blunt down, but it ain't easy for them to stop. Like they be going through withdrawal from the weed and putting it in that cigar paper. Because let's make it clear, you're not supposed to inhale a cigar. But they take the paper and they put the weed in there and they fix it up so they can smoke it, right? And they inhale this stuff. And some weed is laced with something. It's sprayed. Some people spray the weed. That's why they have different names and stuff for it. It's not just plain weed. Like back in the day, it was just weed, right? And we used to take and roll it up in the white paper and smoke it. I didn't have to have that every day. And it didn't make me withdraw. If I didn't want to smoke it, I didn't smoke it. But now people, put it down and they say they don't want to smoke it, but they have a problem with putting it down because they be withdrawing. They be withdrawing from it. So like I'm saying, I'm saying this to say, compare yourself in instead of comparing yourself out, because it is a lot of similarities. Even though you're smoking weed in blunt paper, right? And dude over here is shooting dope. And you got somebody over here that's smoking crack. At the end of the day, it's an addiction for all of them. I've seen many people that tried to stop smoking weed and went through withdrawal from trying to stop smoking weed. Of course, some people not going to admit to it. You know, you got people that's not going to admit to it. Hi, Chris Black. How are you? Energy to your page, and you're correct on this one. Cigarettes too. Yes, cigarettes too. I'm glad you brought that up. Cigarettes too. Yes. They all are addiction. It's an addiction. But for some reason, some people want to compare themselves out, you know? So when they look at it, they say, oh, I ain't no dope head. I ain't no junkie. That's not even the point. The point of it is it's an addiction. It's an addiction. And you have to deal with that accordingly. So we have to, you know, some of us really have to be mindful of that. You know, we so quick to want to compare out. But when you think about things in a certain way, it is a similar. It, you know, it had some things had similarities. So, you know, I'm just saying, take heed to that. You know, um, it's not a joke. Addictions are not something to be played with. Whether it's drugs, whether it's food, or whatever it is, cigarettes. You know, it's not something that you want to take lightly. Chris Black say we work so hard to pay the higher upper people, and now we're low-minded humans. Trash everywhere. It's sad. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Chris. It really is. That is so true. That is so true. Um, I can't remember where I seen it at. Something about the president supposed to be giving out crack pipes and syringes. I don't understand that. I'm lost with that. I really don't understand the purpose of that. I would rather see more treatment centers and stuff than to see you giving out crack pipes and syringes. What is that supposed to do? Entice people to use more? I mean, if y'all understand, let me know too, because I don't understand that. I really don't understand that. That's like that's like saying, come on and use, you know, it's okay. You got some new crack pipes and some new syringes. So it's okay. Come on. That's how I look at that. I don't see where that's going to help. And you know what? So many things was done to us to try to make us, you know, worse worser people, right? But you know what? A lot of things backfired because other people are worse off with drug addiction than our people are. It was done to affect us, but it didn't work out like that. The only difference is they have money, they up in high places. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really see how it affects them compared to how it has affected some of us. You know, because by them being up there, they you know, oh, let me grab him up, put him in treatment. You know, let me put him somewhere, let him dry out for a while. You know, they can do that within a blink of an eye. But for some of our people, it's not that easy. Like, we don't want no more damn crack pipes and syringes. Like, we got homeless people in different places. You know what I'm saying? We got people that's living up under bridges and stuff like that. I know we do here, and I hear about other places too, you know. So why do we need crack pipes and syringes? What is that going to do? How is that going to help us? That's why I always say that we have to figure this out and come together, y'all, because that's the only way we're gonna, you know, that's the only way we're gonna really, really prosper is that we come together. You know, you don't have to care for me. I don't have to care for you. But right now, it's some work that need to be done, and we come together and get on that, get on code to do just that, and we can do it. We just have so many people going the opposite way and doing all types of underhanded stuff. I don't know. But I guess at some point you have to deal with the people who wants to push further and do more, and the people that don't and want to keep cooning and all that kind of stuff, you lead them where they at. I guess that's what we'll end up doing eventually, because everybody is not gonna make it. Everybody's not gonna make it. But back to what I was saying, y'all. Uh, I got off track. I'm sorry. I apologize. I got off track for a minute. I love my peoples and I want to see us do well. That's all. I do. I want to see us do well because we deserve it. And I think that's a big problem for us is that some of us feel like, we don't deserve to have the best. But we do. We deserve to shine just like anybody else. And that's all. I just want to see us do well. I want to see us prosper and do well. But and I got off track, didn't I? I apologize. But anyway, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, I was referring to the addiction situation, you know. But we do at some point, stop comparing out and compare in. Listen to the situation because a lot of times it's similarities there, you know. You may not be, messing with drugs, but you may be have an addiction for food. And like he said, cigarettes. It's still an addiction. It's still an addiction. When I was in treatment, it was people in there for different things, for different addictions. They weren't just in there for drugs, they was in there for different things. And so an addiction is an addiction. Just like people try to separate weed from heroin and cocaine. They are drugs. They are drugs. But people want to separate the weed from the heroin. And at the end of the day, they are drugs. And when people try to come off of that shit, they be withdrawing. They do. They be withdrawing. And that's because they put so many they be putting chemicals and shit in the weed now. It ain't like it was, back when I was coming up, you could smoke weed and put it down and not touch it for months. And you didn't go through all that, you didn't go through all that, the withdrawals and stuff. But now because they spraying stuff on it and stuff now, and then they want to put it in cigar paper. And cigars, last I know, cigars were not meant to inhale. And it has something changed. Y'all let me know, did something change? Because the last I knew that you don't inhale a cigar. Now I don't know if that's done changed. Hey, Pillow Talk with Bay, how you feeling? Happy Wednesday to you too. Yes, glad to see you. Glad to see you. Glad to see you all for real. But I like talk about different things because I think some things need to be talked about. Sometimes you need to have a conversation about it. Hey, brother. Can't chat, but I'm here. Okay, okay. Oh, let me tell y'all know my birthday coming up, right? Y'all know my birthday coming up. The Lord spared me, and I make it to see the 11th. Yeah, that's my birthday, y'all. The 11th. Yes. Okay. Yes. The Lord spared me. Oh man, to see another year, man. Oh boy, I'm gonna be so excited. You know, so excited. But anyway, yeah. The last I know that you don't inhale a cigar. And so I think that's a part of the problem too, is that you putting weed into something and you smoking it through it, but you're not really supposed to be inhaling that. Am I correct or am I wrong about that? Correct me if I'm wrong. But I wanted to put that out there because so many people try to separate a try to make one addiction worse than the other. And at the end of the day, they all addictions. They all addictions. And none of them are healthy for us. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Brother say, got you. Yes, brother. Y'all got to come on here and help me celebrate my birthday. Yes. But I don't know, y'all. I don't know. There's so much going on in the world. It's just so sad. I came on here when I first came on here today. I was in pretty good spirits, right? But I was on YouTube and I seen different things. People talking about different things. So I googled some of them and I seen where the woman was. The man killed his true mother. Now, we got a lot of that going on, y'all. I done read so many articles where the woman has killed, the father has killed the mother of his children. And it really upset me. That really upset me because it's a lot of that going on. Like, y'all really need to go and look and check, do your research and look how many men have killed their children's mother. Like, I don't know what's going on. I just I don't know what's going on. But it really bothered me. It really did. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. And most of them were our black men killing their children's mother. Remember the other day we talked about honesty, y'all? I keep telling y'all, honesty is the key. No matter how it may make somebody feel, honesty is the key. Be honest, man. Be honest. If you don't want to be there, don't be there. If you want this woman and you just want to sleep with her, tell her. Tell her. Tell her, baby, I'm feeling you, but I don't want a relationship. But I would like for us to, do a little bumping and grind and whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Tell her. Or vice versa. If you like a dude, but you don't like him for a relationship, tell him. Be upfront about it. Because sometimes I don't know. I think that is so important. You know, it really is. I think being honest with the other person is just so important because it nips a lot of things in the bud. It don't. You're not springing someone along and making them think that you want them. But really at the end of the day, you really don't. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that's what's going on, and that's what's making, you know, uh some of these guys zap out and do what they do. Um, some people want to holler mental illness. I don't think all of these are mental illness. I'm sorry, I just don't. That's just me. That's just me. I don't think it's all mental illness. Okay. But I really, this really disturbed me. It really did. So if I seem like I'm all over the place, y'all, I apologize. Because I was reading them things and looking, it was just so many. Pillow Talk with Bass said, I wish these men would be more honest. I like to just bump and grind only too. Right. You know what I'm saying? But just be honest. And I think that's a problem. I think these men are getting with some of these women and then they end up creating a baby and they don't be wanting all that. You know what I'm saying? They don't be wanting all that. But because you weren't honest from the beginning, now here we are. Here we are. Brothers say most of them be black immigrants from other countries. They bring a lot of that activity over here with them, if we can be honest about it. Well, yeah, because I've heard people talk about that too. I've heard people talk about that. But you know what though, brother? The ones that the articles that I seen were all black men. They weren't immigrants. These was black men, our black men that killed their children's mother. And like I'm just not understanding that. Like if you don't want to be there, leave. What pushes a man to kill his children's mother? Like I'm not feeling that. I don't understand that, y'all. Now, if it's mental illness, then I understand mental illness. I can go along with that, right? If somebody got some mental issues going on and they snap, okay? But some of this, I'm telling you, I feel it in my gut. Some of this is not mental illness. And you know what? I'm going to say this, and some people may get mad with me, but I'm going to say it. Some of these mothers need to pay attention what they doing with some of these sons. Mothers and fathers need to pay attention to what they doing with these sons. Because I'm going to tell you something. I think that sometimes when the father is not there, I think the mother has a thing where as though she go overboard with how she treats her son. And I'm saying, like, when I say go overboard, I mean like giving him what he want, catering to him. You understand what I'm saying? I think that some mothers go too far when it comes to their sons, and then they don't have the father there. I think they go too far. I do. I think they cater to them and stuff. They be trying to give them what they want, and they don't tell them the truth. They don't lay down law to them, like things that go on in life and stuff like that. You know, they bring them up, making them think that they can have what they want. They can get what they want. And then later on in life, it creates a problem. It creates a problem for these men. Once they become men, it creates a problem. When they start looking for their women and stuff, it's called right. Damn, brother. Damn. Brother say it's called a son husband. Right. Where some women treat their sons like they their husband. The only thing, they don't sleep with them, but they treat them, because let's be clear, you got some women who don't have a man, but they got their son there. And because of that, like he said, they start treating the son as if that's their husband. making him feel like he's the, he's the apple of her eye. Nobody else means anything. Making his bed, washing his clothes. Don't hold them accountable for nothing. And then later on, when they come up, and start dating and stuff, bam, this is what happens. This is what some mothers have created. And then soon as they go out there and they hurt, kill a woman, then mommy want to make excuses and reasons. She don't want to own up to what she did. She gonna make excuses and reasons for what he went out there and did. It happens, y'all. It happens. And I said I wasn't going to go into that because sometimes, some women get offended. They get offended, but it is. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen it. We have to be careful about that. Because we create monsters. You create a monster when you do that. But some of them don't even want to, they don't even look back at it, at what they did, the part they played in it. It's crazy. I had a homegirl, man. She used to make her son bed, wash his clothes, cook, bring his food up to him. He in the room playing video games. She cook his food, bring it up there to him. I said, damn, why you can't go downstairs and eat at the table? I didn't understand that. And then when he started dating, his mother used to, get in it, get in his relationships if the girl wasn't doing what he wanted her to do. She used to get in it. Baby, mama got you. You don't need no woman to do nothing for you. You know mama got you. Yeah, she would let his little girlfriends know, he don't need you for nothing. She would make them feel like they, had to compete with her. Guess where he at today? He in prison. Been in prison all his life. Been in jail all his life. He did one charge. He did like 5 years on that charge. He came out. He went right back. He been in there ever since. But that's what happens. That's what happens. Some of these mothers be creating monsters. And that's what's happening. I believe that's what's happening now. I do. I think that's what's happening. I could be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. I really don't. I believe that this is what's happening, y'all. It's the reason why we got so many of men, so many men killing their children's mother. at some point, even with raising boys, I got 2 boys, right? You have to hold them accountable. You have to let them know what the deal is. You don't make it seem like everything they do is right. It's okay. You don't do that. You gotta let them know what the deal is. And thank God they work every day. They got their own place. My youngest son got 2 boys. He takes care of his own. He takes care of his children and their mama. They doing what they got to do to take care of themselves. Thank God for that. Because I couldn't teach them. I couldn't show them how to be a man. But I had talks with them about what men do. You know, cause when their father started acting up, I didn't go through that shit, chasing him down and all that. No, I just wasn't that type. I had kids to think about. I didn't have time to be running nobody down, trying to make them be responsible. No, I went on and did what I had to do. And no, I couldn't show them how to be a man, but I would have talks with them about what men do. And thank God, they turned out to be decent men. Thank God. Because I worried about that. I did. That was something that bothered me, that used to always pick at me. Is that they didn't have the father figure like they should have had. But what did I do? I taught them right from wrong, and I taught them, some of the things that men should do, that men do. So far so good. No, I don't agree with men. I do feel like men should be in the homes for the children. But in some cases, hey, you have no control over that in some cases. Because if you're not going to do right, what's the point in you being there if you're not going to do the right things? But just so I can say, oh, daddy's here. Oh, your daddy's here. No, if you're not going to do right by your children, what's the point? If you're there and you're just messing up their life, and creating, a bunch of chaos and confusion, what is the point? Chris say, I didn't know you go in like this. I like your page. People who came on YouTube will want to hear you. Good. Wait a minute. Will want to hear you. Good day. I have to make music now. Thank you. Thank you, Chris. Thank you for coming in and being a part of it. I appreciate you. Yes. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And everybody is very respectful and stuff in here. So whenever you want to come in, come on in. Yeah. But you know. Oh, Ty, I missed your thing. I'm sorry. We must give people the sour truth and not a sugar-coated lie. Putting sugar on a lie doesn't make the lie hurt any worse. Sugar make lies. Wait a minute. Sugar make lies hurt worse. Okay. I agree with that. That's a good way of putting it. That's a good way of putting it. You know, it's just so many things that we just gotta wake up to, you know. I got a little off track, y'all, because I shouldn't have never read them things, read them little articles and stuff about the men that had, you know. Whew, I shouldn't have read that before I came on here because that really like made me be all over the place. You know what I mean? That took my focus off of where I was going. It really did. But it's okay. It's okay. But I really was trying to I was speaking on the fact of the addiction and how so many people try to compare out instead of comparing in. When some of us deal with addiction, okay, and so in so many different ways. It may not be drugs, but it may be something else. You know, some people are addicted to sex. They want to have a lot of sex and stuff. You know, so that's where I was really going at. Chris say, I love black women. Your spirit is real. Your your voice is strong. Good day. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah. But that's where I was at, y'all. And I allowed something to like, you know, have me all over the place. But it's okay. I'm calming down now. But what else? What else? I getting ready to tell y'all. I was getting ready to say something else. Hold on, give me a minute. Ah, yeah. That was about it. And I was going. Oh, we was talking about the newcomer yesterday, and I meant to go into that a little bit. The newcomer. Remember yesterday before we got on, we was talking about the newcomer, and I wanted to just touch on that just a little bit because I wanted to say that the newcomer is should be always the most important person. You know, because they have so much going on. I know when I came in the rooms of NA and I was the newcomer, I felt I was so vulnerable, right? And to listen to some of the stuff that they were saying made me want to run out the door. I'm not lying to you. It made me want to run out the door and use. I was like, oh no, oh no, you know, but that was one of the reasons that made me stop going to NA was because of just the stuff they was talking about and stuff. But the newcomer needs somebody to grab hold of them and say, it's okay. Sit still, sit still. It's gonna be all right. And we need to, love on them till they learn how to love their self again. But some people don't look at it like that. They want to give you a keychain. Who the newcomer? And they want to give you a keychain, and that's that. Then they want to get up there and talk their riffraff, their war story. I call them war stories. And for me, at the end of the day, who needs to hear how much dope you sold, how much money you made, and all that bull monarchy? Nobody needs to hear that. At the end of the day, somebody that's just coming in the room of Narcotics Anonymous needs to hear what they can do to stay clean. What are some of the things they can do to stay clean? That's what they need to be hearing. They don't want to hear you sit and talk about, oh, I used to have a whole ounce sitting on the table every day. I made thousands of dollars every week. Nobody wants to hear that. A newcomer need to hear, stay still for a minute. Stay still and listen. Don't go nowhere there. Don't run off. Or grab that newcomer by the hand and say, let's sit still. Come on and sit with me. Sit with me. That's what a newcomer need to hear. not all that bull crap. Because you make them want to run right out the door. You make them want to run out the door. Because a lot of time when you come in there, your body still, feel funny and stuff. Your body probably feel on the half, because you all that stuff coming out your system and stuff like that, So, people need to be aware of what's going on. I don't like the way some people, do newcomers. I don't. Because I know for me, that's why I couldn't stay in a meeting. I'm serious, because it was too much for me. I was just getting clean, and the last thing I needed to hear was all them war stories and stuff. I didn't want to hear all that. That stuff made me want to go use. So I don't know if they still, maybe they done got better with it now, because they do a lot online. People are doing a lot of the stuff online. So maybe they done got better with it. I hope so. Because I'm telling you, I never understood that. Newcomers should be the most important people. We should be, asking them how they feel. How you feel today? Where your mind at today? How your mental status feeling? Those are the type of things that we should do when it comes to a newcomer. Make them feel loved, even though they going through what they going through. Because let's make it clear about something. Newcomers, once they get clean, reality kicks in. And what happens is they be thinking about all those things they did while they was out there, right? Some of them, their families don't want to deal with them because they might have stole from their family or something. Or anything, but all that reality sets in when the mind starts to get clear, So we just had to think about that. I just wanted to touch on it because you never know who may run across the video, And so I just wanted to talk about that. I just feel like newcomers deserve to be treated so much better. That's just how I feel about it. But because newcomers be going through something. I remember being a newcomer. I went through some stuff. I was going through some stuff when I first came around to them rooms. For real, I was going through it. I really was. So I needed, I could have used somebody to grab hold of me and tell me to sit still, But no, they was up there telling their war stories and stuff. It trips me out how when some people get clean, they get some time under their belt and they start, glowing and stuff, and they, gain some weight. It trips me out how some of them kind of forget, where they come from. It's like they forget where they come from. And they don't even think about the newcomers or nothing else. They come in there, here where I live at, they come in there all dressed up, face beat. The guys got on jewelry and stuff like they, I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And it's okay to want to look good. Now you clean and stuff, and you feeling good and you clean. It's okay to, put on something nice, But just don't forget where you come from. Don't ever forget where you come from. And some of them was forgetting where they came from. They ain't even think about the newcomer. They just talked a bunch of stuff. But they weren't even thinking about the newcomer or nothing else. So just be for people that's in recovery or in life, period. Not necessarily in recovery, but people that's, dealing with life, just life in general. Be mindful how you treating the next person. Care about what somebody's going through, or have some compassion for others. It just don't go for people who are in recovery. And some people be thinking when you're in recovery, they think that is different than dealing with life on life terms. Well, it really isn't, because what people in recovery are doing is trying to get back to being able to live life on life terms. Okay, that's that thing I always say: stop comparing out, and listen and take heed and compare in sometimes. Soon as you say certain stuff, people want to automatically say, "Oh, that ain't me. That's not me." Stop comparing out so much. Because sometimes when a person breaks stuff down for you, you do find some similarities in it. Even though you may not have used drugs, right? But every day, people that haven't used it, y'all still trying to deal with life on life terms every day. That's the same thing we're doing. Getting back to dealing with life on life terms. So shucks. That's what I be talking about. Stop comparing out. So many of y'all compare out. That's why you miss something. That's why sometimes you miss the message. Because you want to compare out. You wanna holler, oh, that ain't me. It ain't for me. That ain't for me. Some of us quick to say that. Oh, I ain't used. Oh, I ain't never used. I ain't talking about that because I ain't never used. It's a lot of let me tell you, an addiction is an addiction. Okay. Like I said, some people that smoke them damn blunts and they be wanting to put it down and can't, or they try to put it down and then they start going through their body and stuff, start going through changes. Yeah, that's an addiction. It's called an addiction. That's what it is. So many people want to compare out. That's because some people don't want to accept things for what they really are. When people don't want to accept something for what it really is, they want to change it. They want to find some change in it, find something different in it. Let me say it that way. When people don't want to own up to what's really going on, they good at wanting to compare out and wanting to find something different about it where it doesn't fit them. Oh yeah. But that weed, oh yeah, that's an addiction. A lot of people got an addiction to it and they don't want to admit it. They don't want to admit it. They sure do. A lot of them got addiction, addicted to weed, but they don't want to admit it. They quick to want to tell somebody else they got an addiction, though. They see the man on the corner who shoot dope. They know how to call him a junkie or say he addicted to something. But when you try to put that weed down, you going through all kinds of problems. You having all kinds of issues. And you ain't addicted? Okay. All right. I tell you. I tell you. Sometimes you just gotta stop and listen and take heed. Just stop and listen sometimes. Stop thinking that you know everything. You know, sometimes we just got to stop and listen. But some people don't want to do that. They think they got it all together and they think they know what they talking about. Oh, I tell you. I've been on here an hour, y'all. An hour and 10 minutes. I said I was gonna stay on here an hour. I try not to excuse me. I try not to stay on here too long. I really do. Tomorrow, I'm trying to think. I'll be on here tomorrow. I don't know what we're gonna talk about. We'll figure out something. We will figure out something. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about, but we'll figure it out. We will definitely figure it out. Um, yeah, we'll figure out something. I'll find something for us to talk about. I don't know what. We'll find something. Unless y'all got something y'all want to talk about. If y'all have something y'all want to talk about, please let me know. You know, it's not always just about me. Okay? It's about us. Not just about me. It's about us. Oh yeah. So, um, so if y'all have anything that y'all want to talk about for tomorrow, please let me know. Reach out to me and let me know. And we'll figure it out. We always do figure out something to talk about on here. You know? Or I might take a break. I might not come on here tomorrow. I might take a break. I might take a break. I might not come on here tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. 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 I'm gonna try to find something good to talk about or something. Maybe we could talk about relationships. There's so much going on with relationships. Maybe we'll talk about that. Talk about relationships or something. You know, it's a lot going on, and so maybe we can talk about that. Maybe we could talk about what makes, what would make a man want to, you know, kill his true mother. That's something we could talk about. Have an open discussion about that. You know, what could be going on that would make a man kill his true mother? We can talk about that. That's something I definitely wouldn't mind talking about because I definitely want to know in the process. I'm gonna do some research on that too, y'all. Because I'm just curious of what I don't know, but I'm curious. I want to know what be happening, what what be going on, in somebody's head that makes them want to, you know, I don't know. Bro, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. He say son husband turns into Pookie and Ray Ray. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I think a lot of times, you know, some parents play a part in it, and the reason why some of these men turn out the way they do. I do believe that. I do. You know, and I know some people are gonna get mad at me. Ooh, but I don't care about that. It needs to be talked about because we need to get to a place where as though we stop doing it. We got to stop doing it and creating these type of issues in these men. We need to stop doing it. So, you know, I feel as though it's something that needs to be talked about. Because I do believe that the mothers play a role in it because they feel like, because the father not there, they feeling guilty because the father not there to raise them. And so they, just flip the whole thing, and start doing everything for them, giving them everything you want, the whole nine, not enforcing that, that he needs to get a job and he needs to be able to take care of himself and all that. They don't enforce none of that. They just make them think that they are the apple of their eye, period. And then when they become adults, that's where the problem come in at. And I think that's why some of them be so angry with, when they start dating and stuff. I think that's why some of them be so angry with black women. It's because some of the stuff that mommy did to them, they didn't, they mad about it. Because they know that it made them the person that they are now that they grown. So they got all this anger in them towards their mother. Oh, this story could go on and on and on. But I'm not gonna go there. We'll bring it back tomorrow. We'll talk about this more tomorrow. We'll talk about it more tomorrow. I'm not gonna, I didn't have a whole lot to talk about today. I really didn't. But just be careful, ladies. Be careful. Be aware. Be careful. Pay attention to what you're getting yourself into. Cause like I say, it be red flags there, but a lot of times some of y'all miss it. Y'all miss them. For whatever the reason is, y'all miss them. Maybe because y'all really liking, y'all really feeling the dude, or y'all, or maybe you D whipped. Maybe the D got you whipped, and got you blind, because that happens too, where the woman, the D be so good to her, she's blind of everything that's going on. But I'm just saying, y'all, be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Strap up. Strap up. And what I mean when I say strap up, I mean carry. Go get your permit to carry. Seriously. Because it's really getting dangerous. That's really dangerous. Y'all do y'all research on, look it up. Look it up and see how many men then killed their children mama. And it seemed like it's becoming the norm. It's like this is what they did. Lord, I don't know. It's crazy. But we're gonna wrap it up, y'all. I didn't have a lot to say today. We wrapping it up. Thank everybody for tuning in. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, make sure your notification says all, so that every time I go live, you will be notified. I love you all, man, and y'all stay prayed up. It's a lot going on out here. Stay prayed up and stay safe. Peace, love, and blessings to all of y'all. And I'll see y'all on the next one.